Okay, for some time now I've had quite a lot of issues with my Automotive head unit, so the car stereo player. When I try to plug in the USB stick in the USB header, it gives this annoying USB error pop-up screen. It happens from time to time, not always, and I think it also depends on the target device where I try to plug in the USB stick. So I'm pretty sure the issue is in some of the solder joints inside the USB stick. So when you plug in the USB stick and unplug it like over and over again, some of the solder points might get damaged from bending and so on. So I think this should be an easy fix, but it can happen if you handle the USB stick roughly for long periods of time. So let's try to get this USB stick fixed on this video, so stay tuned. I think it should be quite easy in the end. So let's get going. And okay, just as I said, I really believe the issue is in the bad handling of the USB stick. Like when you really bend it sideways and so on, it can crack some of the solder joints. So let's open up this USB stick and let's have a look. So it might be a little bit tricky to get it opened. Okay, so and we have 4 main solder points on this side of the USB stick. So 4 over here, 2 on this side. So what I think is I will go through these points with a soldering iron and see. I think some of them is actually a little bit loose. It's very hard to show on camera, but that's at least what I think. The PCB is a little bit bent, a bit hard to show on camera, but that's definitely one of the main reasons why it's giving issues. It's a little bit bent. So I honestly think it's something related to these solder joints. The second one from left seems to be a little bit broken. Just make sure you don't short anything else. So those are the 4 main ones on the front side, and let's quickly check the 2 on the back side as well. Okay, so that's the first part done. Now, okay, I found a pretty much similar USB stick just to demonstrate why I was suspecting this issue. So look, over here is another one. You can see, if you look carefully, it's perfectly flat, not a bent PCB. But if we put these side by side, you can see the one on the right is a little bit bent. Not much, but a little bit. So the one on the left is perfectly flat or straight, and the one on the right is definitely bent a little bit. So you can see it touches the other one pretty much. So try this if yours has a bent PCB like this, but I think if it doesn't work, then it's more about compatibility issue with your car's audio player and the particular USB stick you are trying to use. But let's give it a go. Let's try this again in the car Automotive head unit, and let's see how it works. I think it should work just fine. And okay, now the moment of truth. Sorry, it's already quite dark, so it's not very easy to show, but let's try to plug the USB stick in to the USB header on the player. So it reads USB, reading, and song 001. So that's the first song on the list. So let's see. Yeah, works just fine. And if we go back a little bit. So it cannot be compatibility issue because it already worked for me in the first case. So if it was because of some compatibility issue like bad format, then it wouldn't work at all. If you have a USB stick that has been working just fine for a long period of time, and then if it suddenly stops working, it's likely there's some hardware level damage, like in my case. check if the PCB of the USB stick is bent, and just go through the main solder points with a soldering iron. It definitely worked for me. It actually happened once before already with this particular USB stick, and I just thought that there's some hardware level damage because there was like a tiny like electronics smoking like smell from the USB stick. So one of the contacts was actually loose, like completely broken, and it went away by doing this very same trick. So definitely try that out. You have nothing to lose. If your USB stick doesn't work at all, then it's more likely about some compatibility issue, especially if it works in a PC. Try changing the format of the USB stick from NTFS to FAT32. Do a full format, not the quick format, and you can even try cleaning the particular disk drive in the disk part utility in command prompt. But usually, if you just do like a full format and everything, re-import the music files to the USB stick, it should work just fine. I've had one very annoying USB stick that had issues like this, and it went away by doing a full format to a different type. So it should work just fine for you. So hopefully this short video helped someone out. So definitely try this if you have symptoms like this, and yeah, give me a thumbs up and maybe subscribe to my channel. And thanks for watching this short video from me once again, and I will see you on the next one.